I'm joined today with the CEO of Apollo Enterprise Solutions. Joseph, thank you for joining me here today at the NASDAQ market site.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You're a leader in the customer experience when it comes to product and technology. Explain for our viewers, what does that entail?
So the customer experience is all about you, the personalization of who you are versus who everybody is in one fell swoop. So what we do is we try to present offers to an individual that are based on who he or she is, including where they live, cultural preferences, etc., and combine that with their financial picture so that you are motivated to take action online.
It sounds like an incredibly efficient platform and model. Who are some of your biggest target sectors?
Good question. So we started in financial. Banks had a lot of issues with payments, banks have a lot of issues with selling products, and so we started in that sector. And we've migrated now to healthcare. Healthcare is 17% of our GDP in the United States and growing. And every year there's a decision to be made by individuals. Do I re-enroll? Should I move insurers? What kind of plan do I want, etc. And so we think it's ripe for our kind of technology to give people those tools so they can make those decisions online.
Is it fair to say that your category is under the artificial intelligence arena? Could you talk to us about that?
I would agree with that. We use artificial intelligence to emulate the thinking of a brain. We're motivated in our decision-making process, and we make those decisions entirely on emotion. So we use phraseology and approaches to people and create cohorts around them to emulate that brain working, and it's definitely under artificial intelligence.
Technology and innovation is at the core of what Equities.com covers on a regular basis. Talk us through your overall innovation strategy and how you are applying technology across the entire cycle of your business.
So we can apply our, what we call psychographic conversion technology in any sector. It applies in retail, it applies, as we just talked about, in healthcare and finance, but it also applies in things like student loans, where you have a default rate of almost 43%, and to give these young people the tools they need online in a safe, nurturing, caring environment, privacy of their own home or wherever they might be, to allow them to do what they want to do. They all want to take care of their obligations. So you can leverage that countries across the world in multiple sectors.
You know, one of the things I found fascinating is that Apollo has the largest patent portfolio. Talk to us about the patents you have.
Thank you for mentioning that. We have 57 patents filed worldwide, 28 of which have already been issued or to be issued in all the major financial centers in the world. We're pending in EMEA, but we have all of Asia, Southeast Asia, the United States, and we feel very bullish about our ability to obtain patents and create that proprietary aspect to our system.
Let's shift to the global strategy. You know, you mentioned overseas. You're listed on exchanges overseas. We're here at the NASDAQ. Talk to us, for our viewers, on the benefit of being listed in more than one exchange, and where do you list?
Well, people think that the only reason you list is to obtain money, right? But that was just part of it. What we want to do is also create transparency to allow people to understand that we're a compliant company that files quarterly, that files audited statements, that reports on a quarterly basis. We're primarily listed through Bermuda, and we're dual listed in Frankfurt. And we're always looking to improve that status, so that may evolve over time.
Will you be considering a U.S. listing at some point?
We're always considering multiple opportunities.
That sounds terrific. I just want to shift a little bit on your background, which is also quite impressive.
Thank you for that. I don't want to bore people.
You've been a general counsel, leader of healthcare organizations and nonprofits. What made you shift to the software industry?
Well, when I was associated with a major company in the healthcare space, I oversaw, as part of an executive group, the operations of the company, and IT always intrigued me because it's companies create homegrown systems, and we had that same challenge. And so I learned how to create what I would call a leverageable and modifiable system. So when I left healthcare for a brief period, I looked for technology companies to get involved with, and that's what intrigued me about Palo Enterprise Solutions, is that it's such a unique technology that can bring so much benefit to consumers worldwide. And so I adapted and went aboard.
And lastly, I do want to ask, you talked about how important the healthcare and the finance sectors have been for your organization. What other key sectors are you seeing growth?
Well, definitely retail. The issue with retail, of course, is that as systems become faster and prettier, the conversion rates are actually going down. So we think it's ripe for us to get involved in the retail space as well. Our technology would turn that around on behalf of enterprises.
Sounds terrific. And any final thoughts on your longer term strategy and what to look out for the year ahead?
We hope to have some big announcements in 2017. So thank you for asking that, and hopefully people will look out for us.
Well, Joseph, we wish you and Apollo Enterprise Solutions all the best of luck in the year ahead.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.